This is the plaintiff, Aisha McNeil. She says the defendant was like a brother to her, and she's finding it so hard to have to sue him. But hey, he owes her a lot of money. She bought an iPhone 6 for him. He promised he'd pay her back, but hasn't. Bottom line, he still has the phone. She reported it as stolen to the cops who told her to sue. And here they are. She's suing for $1,439, the amount owed. This is the defendant, Darren Thomas. He says he and the plaintiff were friends, and he helped her out by paying her bills, paying for dinners, drinks, you name it. One day she gives him an iPhone 6 as a present, then turns around and tells the cops he stole it from her, and sues him in court. She also defamed his character and caused him to lose business, and if anyone is owed money at the end of the day, it's him. He's accused of not phoning it in. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $5,000 for pain and suffering and loss of income.
All parties, please raise your right hand. Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Aisha McNeil, you are suing Darren Thomas for $1,439 that you say he owes you for a phone that you bought in your name for him and he has not returned nor paid for. You have a counterclaim against her for $5,000 in pain and suffering and defamation. Okay, what's going on?
So Darren and I met about a year ago through a mutual friend. Someone who he was dating was a work colleague of mine, and we became very good friends. Unfortunately, that relationship ended between my girlfriend and him, but our friendship continued because we were
you two ever romantic?
Never.
Okay.
Just friends.
Okay.
And we got so close that we became like brothers and sisters. In fact, we even refer to each other. We tell everybody that we're God brothers and God sisters because that's how close of a bond that we had. So there became a point where we both was discussing that we had some issues with our phone. So I said I was gonna go to Sprint, to see if I could get an upgrade. With that being said, he said, I need to upgrade my phone too. So he said, I have good cash, but I have bad credit. He asked me, can I help him by adding him to my line? So I thought about it, and I said, I don't feel comfortable with adding you to my line because I don't want to get, screwed.
Stuck with a bill?
Right.
Yeah.
So I said, if I do this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a contract. So in the event that this happens and you don't pay the bill, I'm going to sue you. Yes.
Let me see the contract.
And this is the receipt for the purchase.
Just the contract. Let me see the contract. Funny thing, you know what's missing from the contract?
Are you
Put your
saying
hand
his,
down. The
his
thing
signature?
that makes it a contract. That's what's missing, his signature. So no, that doesn't constitute a written contract that helps you to sue later. It's a problem. So if he's got the cash, I got good cash but bad credit, then he buys his own phone.
Well, what he did was he gave me $100 as a down payment in good faith when we first started out with this. A month later, which was in June, because we started this contract on May 19th, he had a problem with paying the phone. So I immediately disconnected it. And I told him, I said, Darren, I told you if you don't pay this bill, I'm going to disconnect it. So he paid the bill, but he paid the bill about 10 days later.
How did he pay the bill? Gave you money, went to the store?
No, he never gave me money. He went to the store, he made the payment. So I reactivated the line, because what I did was put the phone on standby until the bill got paid. So once we were in agreement, I felt comfortable with reactivating the phone. Now, a month later, the same thing happened again.
There's a surprise.
So immediately, I disconnected the phone again. And this time, I wasn't taking no compromising as an answer. I said, no, that's it, we're done, it's over with. I'm moving on, and I'm not reactivating this phone. I said, but
now, it actually got a little nasty between you two.
Absolutely.
Right. Because you felt taken advantage of.
Absolutely. Well, here's
all right, tell me what's going on.
Hello, Your Honor. How are you doing? First of all, at no point was my credit bad enough not to have a phone. I have an account with T-Mobile.
Did you think that she was buying you the phone?
No, I knew she wasn't buying me the phone.
You knew you had to pay it.
I knew I had to pay. It was completely clear.
Okay, but then what happened? Because she says you didn't pay it.
This is what happened. She had a problem with something. I don't know what happened. I think me and my wife reconciled, and our friendship broke down. We didn't hang out as much as we did because now me and my wife are reconciling.
And you're no longer dating her friend.
Me and her
Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
And me and her don't have much personal brother-sister time anymore either. So going to dinner, hanging out at lunch, me being a good gentleman, buying dinner and drinks and stuff, we can't do that anymore. So now we're not in close anymore. So now she cut my phone off because she said, I see this is going to be a problem with you because I asked her for the difference because the bill was only $150, I paid $200. She said, Darren, I just
Wait, what are you asking her for if you had already paid $200?
My bill is only $150.
Oh, why did you pay $200?
Because the bill was $183. And I realized if the bill's $183, it's late. She's late too. So I'm saying, well, let me make sure it's current. So
Hold on.
I said, let me make sure it's current.
How much were you supposed to pay?
I was supposed to pay $125.
So you paid the whole $183.
Yes, ma'am,
And
I
then you
did.
asked her for the difference between the $183 and
Yes,
the
ma'am.
$125.
And that came a problem. At that point, she disconnected. She said, it's going to be a problem with this phone. I'm cutting it off. I said, Asia, do what you want, sis. And I got all the emails.
And then what happened?
She sent me a text message on the 17th the following month. Like,
When is the bill due? It comes due what day?
on the 29th or 25th.
Okay.
Well, first of all,
Let me see the bills, and then.
No, it's not, first of all, Your Honor, the bill.
What is she? Okay. What happens the second month when she disconnects the phone?
She sends me a text on the 21st. I said, listen, I'm at work, school. Give me send me the PIN number or whatever's required so I can pay it over the phone because I'm at work right now.
What is it you need to be able to pay a bill?
You need access to a person's cell phone. Nowadays, you need the PIN number or the billing zip code, PIN number and billing zip code or your passcode.
You don't have bills?
I didn't bring the bills. I just brought the payments that was made.
Your Honor,
I need to know what the payments were for. That can't be part of your bill, so I need to see the bills. How do you not bring the bills you're suing on to court? You're suing for $1,400. A bunch of it is bills. You know, how do you not bring those bills? You have them but didn't bring them? Go ahead. In the end, what was the reason she cut it off the last time? What did she say it was?
she tried to say, you're stupid. I'm not stupid. I'm not giving you the passcode or the PIN number to pay the bill, which you need.
You could always go to the store and pay it, right?
At the store, they have it. Yes, you can.
Do you have the phone right now?
No.
Where's the phone?
At my house.
And so if you have the phone and you know that you owe her the cost of the phone because she's getting charged for it, why would you not surrender the phone to her?
Your Honor, one reason. I never breached the contract. I told her I got paid on a Thursday. I said, listen, I just got this check for $2,000. I'll have that bill paid Friday or Saturday. Don't worry about it. She cut my phone off on a Sunday. She didn't give me opportunity to
What happened to Friday or Saturday?
Saturday morning, the bank was closed.
Why is this so complicated?
I tried.
Why didn't you see, this is why he
didn't
can't,
want to.
that's why he doesn't have credit to get a $775
No, I
phone.
got credit, Miss.
Then why didn't you get your own credit? Why'd you have to mess it up on her line?
I didn't mess it up.
Why did you?
I got
What?
an account with.
Stop. There's no like high math or science going on here. You've got a phone. You didn't bring it to
I
court
paid for it.
because you probably watched people's court and you know it was going to make you hand it over. So you have the new Mac Daddy phone and you paid for it. How?
I paid $139.
100.
I paid $100 deposit.
And
I paid $189 phone bill, $183 phone bill. That's why it was still on.
did you pay the other month?
It wasn't due yet.
Okay. You do know that $749 is the cost of the phone, right?
Your Honor.
And you do know that these three sums do not approach $749.
Your Honor.
Yes or no? Do
Where's
you
the
know?
proof?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, so you didn't pay for the phone then, right?
No, I didn't, Your Honor.
And you didn't hand her back the phone that you didn't pay for. You just left it on her bill.
No,
to
I
pay.
did, Your Honor. I never breached the contract.
Now, I want the phone bills so that I can compare the text to. Well, honey, I don't know how you're going to make. You have to prove to me that something went wrong and he was late. So I need to know the due date and I need to know when you canceled it. All right? That's what I need to know. We're going to take a recess and you'll have access to your account on a computer or something and you can try to figure it out.
Okay.
Court's in recess.
All rise.
Okay. We have the phone bills now, and I would like to go over them. First of all, I understand the $749 that you're suing for. That's the cost of the phone. But when I look at the June phone bill, shouldn't I see that as an installment charge, just like it is for your phone? Why does it say lease, $25?
Because the $25 is what's going to be broken down extra on my bill for the equipment.
And then is it correct that he's supposed to pay $125 a month?
Yes.
All right. Is everybody on the same page that he's supposed to pay $125? That's according to you and according to her. All right, so $125 is what he's supposed to pay. According to you, you pay $139 at the store. Is that accurate?
Absolutely not.
How did you pay it?
at the store.
Right,
When
so you would have proof of that.
She gave me the credentials to pay it at the store. I paid it before she bought the phone the next morning.
It's
She
fine.
couldn't-
She's denying that you paid that. I just need
She's
you to
not
prove
denying the
it.
$100 balance, the $100 deposit, Your Honor, because Sprint would not have given her the phone without the deposit.
Okay, hold on.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, did he pay $100?
He paid $100 as a deposit for his phone.
Did he give Sprint $139?
No.
Okay, so if you don't have any proof that you paid the $139, you're not getting credit for that. What is this replacement phone that you're suing for?
Well, he wouldn't return my phone, so being that I have to continue to pay the bill.
Why do you have to continue to pay bill? Why can't you just cancel one of the many lines on your voice shared plan?
Because I have a 2-year contract. That's what the lease is for. So I have to continue to pay the bill regardless whether I'm using it or not. Being that he refused to give it back to me, he's stating that he doesn't have my phone in his possession. I had to pay $200 to get a second line, which I then gave to my small child.
Your Honor, I had to eat the text messages. I told her in the text message, you cut my phone off 2 days after I paid it. I gave you all the evidence of those text messages. They're on her phone as well. She cut my phone off twice within 30 days of me having it. It didn't go 3 months, Your Honor.
Okay. I need to see the text, the dates of the texts that show me when the phone was disconnected.
It was disconnected the 26th of
Of
last
I can
what?
month.
show you the email.
Yeah, of
I
what
got a
date?
screenshot of the text.
26th of what month?
This is the 27th of July.
Monday, July 27th, you send her an email, because I assume you realize right away your phone is cut. So you send her an email and you say to her, why are you doing this? I need my phone for business, sis. Go on now and please reconnect. I will pay my bill before the 29th, okay? I'm waiting for a check to clear. The bill date is the 25th, but I assume that if that's the bill date, that's not necessarily the due date, okay? Then why are you canceling the phone on the 27th?
Because he never paid the bill. And
But when was the bill due? It wasn't due on the 27th when you canceled.
Right.
Listen, here's the problem, okay? He's not crazy. When he says that I didn't breach a contract, you know, there is a problem with that.
Well, I asked him to return the phone.
I know all that. I don't need you to repeat that. I know all that. What I needed was to figure out the timing sequence of things. So that I understand your lawsuit, the $250 is to be able to have a phone for your son, to be able to use the line. And the $300 phone bill, or $100 a month for July, August, and September, you canceled it July. Why is he gonna pay July, August, and September?
Because my son wouldn't have had access to a phone if he had just paid this bill. I had no reason to give my son a phone.
Now you have a counterclaim against her for $5,000, $2,500 for pain and suffering, and $2,500 for defamation of character and loss of business. Tell me about that.
She called an associate of ours I was in the process of doing business with and told him I had parking tickets I didn't pay. She told him I didn't have credit cards. She told him...
Who's this?
First of all, he's my ex-boyfriend. And
Okay.
he's somebody who is in a close relationship with me. So I had introduced him because he
What
was...
kind of business deal were they
Right,
doing?
because he was saying that he makes music.
Okay.
And this guy who
So
I
you
used-
told your ex-boyfriend, don't
Right.
trust him.
I had a conversation with him that I felt uncomfortable with the way he treated me and the fact that I
Okay,
had...
why does that entitle you to
Right.
$2,500?
I'm entitled to feel
or
sad and
$5,000.
express
Why
that
did
to
stop
somebody.
it? Why does that entitle you to $5,000?
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So, you have a best friend who has bad credit, and they say, would you sign up and get a phone for me? Would you ever, ever, ever do it?
I'm gonna have to say no because I'm a broke college student, but maybe in the future when I have a really, really good friend,
You'll be a rich sucker.
I guess.
Gotcha. What do you say?
Kind of same answer, but I would love to help a friend out, but it sounds like it might be a bad idea.
Might be a bad idea. What do you think?
It's a very bad idea.
Why is it such a terrible idea?
Because it would be too much money.
Well, we'll get into that in a minute. Going inside the courtroom.
How are you going to prove to me that you lost $5,000? That's what entitles you to $5,000.
Well, I'm talking, Your Honor, I agree with you. The pain and suffering she put me through and stressed me out over this whole deal when I never breached the contract. And when we were physically on the phone, I never told her to go herself. I don't use that language with ladies. I was in New York walking down the street on the phone. Someone bumped me. I said, you jerk. He said something back. I said, go yourself. I said, yeah. And she on the phone. So she assumed I said it to her. This is New York City. You know what I'm saying, Your Honor? So I'm saying to myself, that's New York language, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
So-
yeah.
so what I'm
it's
saying,
it's
Your
like
Honor-
subtitles, you know?
Your Honor, then me and my wife decided to reconcile. We didn't have all the times we spent together anymore, and she added extra stress in my marriage. She
Okay,
forwarded...
I need everybody to stop talking right now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Was the breakup between him and your friend when he reconciled with his wife unexpected?
That's not why they broke up. He was always with his wife, and he was seeing my girlfriend at the same time.
Oh,
That
did your
relationship
girlfriend know
never
that
ended.
or not?
No.
No, Your Honor, excuse
It's
me.
all crystallizing.
Your Honor.
Excuse me.
She's defaming me now. Me and my wife were separated for a year. She was at the restaurant when my wife came to talk to me to reconcile. Me and Asia are at Joe's Crab Shack in Harlem. My wife came to talk to me. My wife immediately said, Darren, I think she's taking advantage of you because you're a gentleman. You need to watch that relationship. And I said, you know
The
what?
same wife that didn't get him a phone?
Everybody stop talking. Here's what we're gonna do. The cost of the phone is $749. He paid $100 of it, which you acknowledge. That brings down the cost of the phone to $649. He did pay one bill. Of that, $25 goes towards the phone. So that brings us down to $624 on the cost of the phone. I'm going to order him to pay the $624. I'm going to order him to pay July, which was $125. That's $624 plus the $125. And that is $749. That is what, coincidentally, that is what I am going to order him to pay on the phone that he kept, because that's the cost of the phone. And you kept it. If you had returned it to her, I would say you owe nothing.
Yes, ma'am, I
Okay?
understand.
That would be fair, because you're right. She precipitously pulled the rug out from under you. You do not get $5,000, but you're not going to get the replacement cost of a phone for your son, and you're not going to get your son's phone bill paid for 3 months either. And the reason why you're not is that you only had to replace your son's phone because of yourself, because you decided to cancel the deal. All right? He didn't breach it, you did. Now, the counterclaim that you have against her for $5,000, because it caused you a lot of pain and suffering, and according to you, she trashed you to somebody who might have helped you, that is way, way out of left field. So she has a right to have a bad opinion of you and tell her ex-boyfriend about it. It's not as though she picked up a phone, found out you were doing business with a stranger, and then funneled a bunch of information in order to affect the stranger. She has a right to speak. So you get 0 on your counterclaim, and she gets $749. That's my judgment. Good luck, folks.
And with that, the defendant's out here in the hallway, or step next to me here, and tell us what's your first reaction to hearing this gavel come down like
My
that?
first reaction is she's a gold digger. She couldn't take advantage of me by paying her phone bill. She had to go to Africa to find a man, and now she's mad because I wouldn't be her friend and let her play on me anymore. She's a liar, and she knows damn well she couldn't get a phone without me paying a deposit in the first bill. Okay. And I didn't breach the contract, and I'm here because I wanted to embarrass her, and I hope I did it because I never breached the contract. And she stopped it because me and my wife reconciled. I never was with that woman when I was married. She's a liar.
All right.
Amen. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, so you step on in here, and you didn't get everything you sued for, but how you feeling about coming out of there like this?
I'm feeling very confident with the judge's decision. I'm not going to go there like he did, because that's the difference between somebody who's educated and someone who's not. At the end of the day, it is what it is. He's responsible for the bill. He has to pay it. He's going to pay it. That's
the person you were calling your brother a short time ago.
Absolutely, because I trusted him and I looked to him as a big brother to me. But this goes to show you that sometimes family will screw you over. Learn from the lesson.
Let's go to the street.
I got to tell you something. Never buy a phone for a friend where you're on the hook for the plan, because it just never works out. We have had, I mean, in 19 years, we've had, I think, hundreds of cases involving this. It just never works out. If they have bad credit, there's a reason, like the judge says, they have bad credit. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.